Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to St. Pius X High School on this Sunday afternoon. It's a wet day, but I think the rain will hold off for now. Fountain City Athletic is here to host Athletic Wichita here in Kansas City, Missouri. UPSL Match Day 1 coming up here soon. We are set to kick off here today. Fountain City Athletic will be rocking with a 4-3-3. Harrison Enos is the goalkeeper. Two center backs are John Osanga, Chase Ferguson. Left back Ricky Lopata III. Right back Nico Rivera. Center defensive mid Kelvin Osai. Caleb Fannin and Alessandro Rubio are your two eights. Albert Kime and Jared Glover on the wing. And your 9 up top will be Cody Bland. It's our first look of the year for Fountain City Athletic and as well as Athletic Wichita. Both teams are brand new to the UPSL Midwest South and are looking to make their mark here tonight. Some other games around Kansas City happened last night. Chivas, Kansas hosted Kansas City Legends to a 4-3 victory. Very good game on both sides. High scoring, very competitive. But ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Athletic Wichita wearing gold and white shorts. Fountain City Athletic with the black on black. And we are underway here at St. Pius X High School. Athletic Wichita starts with it, looking to possess back in the defensive third. And I apologize to any Athletic Wichita fans here today watching. I do not have the roster. However, I will try my best to see the numbers from here and give you that. Turnover there from Athletic Wichita early as Kelvin Osai collects it in the back. Calmly over to Ricky Lapata, now Albert Kema. Up to Alessandro Rubio, who tries to make a move on the defender. Defender jockeys it out well for a goal kick. Early mistake, but well defended to capitalize on that. Both teams will be looking to get off to a good start here in the UPSL Midwest South, as I was mentioning earlier. Other game kicking off tonight at 5 p.m. between Emporia FC and Dodge City Toros FC. Dodge City Toros, always one of the better teams in the Midwest South. I believe they were 4th place nationally 2 to 3 years ago. Chase Ferguson on the ball now. Son of head coach Jeff Ferguson. Nico Rivera looks calm. Back to cleared out for a throw-in towards Fountain City. Rivera to throw it in. Finds Osai. Osai calmly to Glover. Glover lets it run. Bland wasn't quite ready for it that time in another well-shielded play, but a foul on Cody Bland. Defense did well there. Ooh, and a great tackle there by Jared Glover. Athletic Wichita tried to catch Fountain City Athletic out, but to no avail. He is down now on the field. I don't know for sure. I believe that is number 3, captain for Athletic Wichita. It was a very tough challenge by Jared Glover, but he did win the ball. Number 3 is still down for Athletic Wichita. Very tough challenge. Hope for the best for him. And we hope for the best for all players this evening, as first game of a long 10-game season. Very competitive season as well this year. Shout out to all the Wichita fans too who made the 3-hour journey down to Kansas City on this rainy afternoon. I know it wasn't an easy trip, but thank you guys for coming out and supporting local. Wanted to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, Powerhouse Nutrition. I don't know if you guys see in the camera, but the guy in the white hat there and the girl next to him, that is Hannah, owner of Powerhouse Nutrition, and her husband Diamonds. They do a great job, and we're super thankful to have them a part of the team this year. Number 3 is up and helped off by Albert Kimme, captain of Fountain City Athletic. A very good solidarity move by him right there. One of the things that UPSL is preaching this year is just camaraderie to your fellow teammates. Everyone puts in the same sacrifices as each other, and we come out here on a Sunday afternoon, playing the game that we love. So, hoping the best for everybody. It looks like they may be making an early substitution. I don't know if he'll be able to continue. Watching from Brazil. Awesome. Well, we appreciate you watching everywhere. I know you guys are rooting for Athletic Wichita, but whoever you're rooting for, let us know in the comments below. And looks like we're going to get underway here with the throw-in. Good to see everyone back on their feet now. Oh, a quick mistake in the back. Luckily, the keeper is there to recover. A little bit of a miscommunication right there, it looks like, but Fountain City Athletic looking to put the pressure on early with the press. See how Athletic Wichita can deal with it. There's a good little combo play. Poor pass, though, leads to a turnover in the midfield with Caleb Fannin. Kelvin Osai over to Albert Kimme. Overlap with Ricky. Let's see if he does it to him. He does. One-time cross to Ricky, and it's side netting. Goal kick to Athletic Wichita. Watching from Ghana, go Kelvin. Yes, ma'am. There's Kelvin right there on the ball, winning it for Athletic Wichita in the midfield around the 50-yard line. Unlucky with that pass there, but that was some good defense there to force the wayward pass. 17 does well here on Athletic Wichita to keep it in, but Nico Rivera with the good dummy and defense to force him to play it out of bounds. Here's Caleb Fannin now on the ball. Nico Rivera and Caleb Fannin both sophomores currently at William Jewell. Rubio loses it in the middle, but Kelvin, I'll say, is right there. Foul will be called on Nico Rivera, number 7. And let's see what Athletic Wichita can do here with this free kick. Shout out to Course Sports USA, our proud media partner for our 2026 UPSL spring season. Ball whipped in from the back. Good header there by John Conde Osanga for his first involvement of the match. And Fountain City Athletic looks to break. They're outnumbered badly here. And somehow Caleb Fannin draws the foul. That was a very questionable decision there by the Athletic Wichita midfielder. It was a 2v7 in their favor, and he brings them down. Ricky Lopata to take the free kick quickly. Over to Ferguson now. Ferguson to Osai. Over to Rivera. Oh, a little bit of a dangerous ball, but Conde Osanga does well there. A little bit of a heavy touch, and Alessandro Rubio cannot control. This game's going back and forth now. It'll be interesting to see if one of these teams wants to slow things down or if they're going to continue to speed it up. Jared Glover's back heel goes wayward. Now Alessandro Rubio picks it up in the midfield. Still Rubio. Crosses it in. Goalie can't control it to Glover! Jared Glover cleaning up the pieces. Fountain City Athletic goal. Miscontrolled in the back there by one of the Wichita defenders, and Jared Glover right where you need to be to put it in the back of the net. His first of the season, and so is Fountain City Athletic 1, Wichita 0 here in the 9th minute. Caleb Fannin now on the ball. Gets it over to Kime. Kime to Bland. Oh, miscontrol, but a very nice possession there by Fountain City Athletic. Only 10 minutes into this game now. It'll be super interesting to see how these teams do after that goal. You know, 80 minutes left in the ball game. Still a lot of game to be played. Fountain City Athletic looking to control the possession here early, but you know, is it time to slow things down, or you want to keep going and push and try to get a couple of insurance goals? Chase Ferguson over to Glover. Nice, but unable to touch. Athletic Wichita's problem right now has just been able to break that first press. Those first 2 or 3 passes are not getting to where they need to, and it's hard to get it out of the backfield with that happening. Jared Glover picks it up now, gets it to Cody Bland. Cody Bland with a dinky little move over back to Jared Glover. Glover gets the ball into Caleb Fannin, who was unable to touch. A good move there by Fountain City Athletic again. Looks like they're moving how they want to here early. And again, miscommunication by Athletic Wichita. Caleb Fannin in the middle. Cody Bland with the ball at his feet. Alessandro Rubio looks to hit, and it's blocked, but Cody Bland. Another 2 shots go wayward from Fountain City Athletic, but that's 5 early shots to Wichita 0. You know, with Athletic Wichita's captain going down there in the first 3 minutes, it's a lot to adjust. You know, you have a new leader on the field. You have a different guy giving you instructions. You have a different guy that's, you know, putting things together from the back, especially when he's a right back. And, you know, having a guy come off the bench who wasn't really expecting to come in. Oh, and it looks like number 3 is back in the game, but we'll obviously see that, you know, it's affecting his ability on the ball right now. The injury that he picked up did look like a shiner, so hopefully he's able to, you know, go the 90. Caleb Fannin now on the ball, gets it over to Albert Kima. Albert cuts over on his right foot, and another shot blocked there by Fountain City Athletic. Chase Ferguson looking to slow things down with John now in the backfield. Over to Lapata. Lapata back to Chase Ferguson, and Fountain City Athletic is looking to possess right here. Slow things down, get things, give yourself a little bit of a breather, you know? No need to continue to force things. Good idea from Chase Ferguson there to Nico Rivera. Him and Albert look to have switched now. Albert staying back at left back. You know, if it wasn't raining for 6 hours before the game, that was probably a great ball, but the skip of the wetness on the turf just made that carry all the way. Albert Keme jumps up there and gets that. It's Cody Bland. What a save there by Athletic Wichita keeper, but they need to clear it. One-on-one opportunity goes missed after that great save by Athletic Wichita's keeper. His 5th of the game. Nico Rivera there with a good transitional foul to slow things down. I think Fountain City Athletic was stuck in celebration, and that transition was a little bit worrisome from there. So good play there from Rivera. Here's Athletic Wichita now. Ball at the left side of the field. Looks to get it up to their target man. He's about 6'4", big, tall striker. He'll be dangerous on set pieces, etc. But nothing doing as no one was with him. Good ball there from goalkeeper Harrison Enos to Caleb Fannin in the midfield. Oh, and a missed touch there by Albert Keme. Athletic Wichita is looking to take these set pieces quick and these restarts quick, but, you know, is that the thing that they need to do right now? Do they want to slow things down or do they want to continue to go quick? Athletic Wichita with a good ball. Harrison Enos there to collect. Harrison Enos, Avila graduate this past season, last year playing with Crown Villa here at St. Pius High School. A little bit used to the field, used to the width of the field. It's the minimum width that FIFA regulates. So it is a little bit to adjust to. Right there, another Athletic Wichita mistake leads to a throw-in in their half. They could play quick if Fountain City Athletic wants to, and they do. Jared Glover now resets back to Ricky Lopata. Ricky Lopata's cross-in is blocked. Cody Bland with a guy on his back still gets the header flicked on. Ball bouncing, second ball into Kime to Caleb Fannin, but a good step in from Athletic Wichita's right back right there. Chase Ferguson clears up, and it's going to go out for a goal kick. Good time now for another shout-out. Thank you to our sponsors, Charger Go-Go. Chandler is here with his charger stands. If you are currently at the game and you're looking to get your phone charged back up, meet him at the front gate, and he'll get you set up. Another turnover there to Alessandro Rubio. Does well to retain the possession. Caleb Fannin with the shot and another save. Ball out of bounds. It's another throw-in for Fountain City Athletic here 15 minutes into this game. All it takes, though, is one counterattack. It does seem like Athletic Wichita is willing to soak in the pressure and play deeper as long as they can get that ball up to their target man with the wingers running off of it. Just haven't been able to get those two passes to the outlets and able to make that long ball work. Fountain City Athletic playing very composed right there. Rubio out to Glover, the goal scorer. Can he get there? Yes, he can. One-time cross to the top of the box. Nothing doing. Cleared away by 17. Only as far as Ricky Lapata. He's going to slow things down as we are ticking into the 16th minute. Kelvin Osai now. Out wide to Glover. Glover, one-time ball. Beautiful to Rubio. Rubio whipped in. Touched by the goalie. Another great save. Caleb Fannin gets it out to his teammate at college, Rivera. Rivera to Osai now. Header flicked onto a bad position defensively, but Fountain City not able to do anything with it for the time being. Cody Bland now. Whips it into Kime. Rivera on the back cross, blocked out for Fountain City Athletics' first corner kick of the game. If you can't get the kicker, it's all good. Ball, unfortunately, not able to make it past the first guy. And Alessandro Rubio's shot was blocked. 9 shots here in the first 20 minutes from Fountain City Athletic. You know, one of the things to look into here for the last 25 of the first half and into the second half is the goals not coming for Fountain City Athletic going to pay due to Athletic Wichita? The frustration will start to set in from Fountain City Athletic as this goalkeeper has been playing a phenomenal game. Multiple chances wasted from Fountain City Athletic, and like I said, all it takes is one opportunity for Athletic Wichita to get back in this game and flip all momentum back to their side. Chase Ferguson looking for Caleb Finn and unable to get there, and it's cut out by number 25. 10 collects it in the midfield and plays it back to the left back. Still with Athletic Wichita. Ball sent up, but Ricky Lapata does well to intercept. He's looking to press, and it's a well cut out ball in the midfield there by number 17. John's kick goes out of bounds, and it's going to be a free kick for Athletic Wichita. Or throw in, my apologies. Athletic Wichita turns it over in the back with Cody Bland stealing. Ooh, Kelvin Oside. Lucky to not clip the guy right there. I want to give a big shout out to the refs tonight too. Our center ref, AR1 and I believe AR2 are all women tonight. And a bad foul there by number 14 on Nico Rivera. Surprised to not see him go into the book for that one, but it must be a first guard of the or first tackle of the game for him. Looks like he'll be all right. It kind of just looks like his foot got caught underneath him on the turf. Happens on turf all the time. Want to give another shout out to our sponsor Compies for providing our warm-up jerseys this year and for being on the sleeve of our kit. They're located over off Vivian and Parvin Road, or Vivian and Brighton. For any of your embroidery and screen printing needs, hit up Andrew over there at Compies. A good idea there on the free kick restart, but a little too much as, again, this wet turf is going to have that ball carry every time. It looks like, too, whatever wind is blowing in favor of Fountain City Athletics. So it is interesting to see if that is going to pay due to the ball carrying as well. Chase Ferguson now slowing things down, gets it over to Nico Rivera. Good footwork there by Nico Rivera. But that touch does a little too much for him. Kelvin Oside there in the middle, not strong enough in that tackle, and it's a 4v3. That bad pass right there cut out by John, and now it's a counterattack the other way. Good ball by Alessandro Rubio into Cody Bland. Takes him a little wide, but Cody Bland does well to does not earn himself a corner. Good defense there by Athletic Wichita to shut down that counter. I want to give another shout out to our ticket partners for this year's Speakeasy, helping it make our jobs a lot easier on the game day terms and ticket sale terms. You know, all we have to do is put up the event and they take care of the rest. So Chase Ferguson with a good ball over to Alessandro Rubio, but a little too much on it. Athletic Wichita with another long ball. It looks like that's their game, definitely, as the long ball into their target striker. John and Chase Ferguson are going to have their hands full tonight with him, especially come second half when the energy starts to dwindle. Bad pass by John, but he does well to recover. The ball is bouncing off some cars back there. Fountain City Athletic is not obligated to refund any damages on vehicles. Looks like there's a little bit of pushing and shoving there in the box between John and their striker. Throw in to go to him, but cut out by Kelvin. Here is Athletic Wichita's first corner kick of the game. Here's where that tall 6'4" striker comes into play. You know, you have to put your tallest, strongest guy back on him. Otherwise, it could be very dangerous. Ball whipped in. Looking for the tall guy at the back post, but defended well by Fountain City Athletic. And again, I apologize if you're just tuning in. I do not have a roster from Athletic Wichita, so I'm going based off of numbers. Number 3 to throw the ball in now. Gets it to 17. 17 with a decent, dangerous ball in, but Ricky Lapata does well. Ball bouncing around now here. Caleb Fannin does well, and Cody Bland up to Albert Kimme, the speedster on the wing. One-on-one with the keeper. Oh, just wide. What a beautiful shot just off target. But that's all it takes. It's 2 passes and a fast break, and especially when you have a guy like Albert running down your wing. Definitely one of the fastest players I've ever seen in my life. Ball down the line. Chase Ferguson cuts out. Nico Rivera keeps it in. Good touch there by Nico Rivera to get around 14. Caleb Fannin with a good stretch, and it's still Caleb Fannin. Gets past one and tries to find Cody Bland, but Cody thought that Albert was behind him trailing. Good ideas, just you could tell the lack of chemistry is there. This is just the fourth match, competitive or non-competitive, that Fountain City Athletic has played together. Throw in now, dangerous throw in as he's having some trouble collecting it back there. John. Good header there by Athletic Wichita's number 14 over Ricky Lapata. Push off there in the back goes uncalled. But it's also Jared Glover not attempting for the ball. And Cody Bland gets called for the hands right there. Good shielding there by Athletic Wichita to draw the foul. Now I have to say, this goalkeeper is definitely wanting to earn himself a Team of the Week name. Already 8 saves here early. Fountain City Athletic only has 1 goal to show for the 11 shots that they've taken up to this point. Athletic Wichita is still looking to get their first shot on target and first shot of the game. But you can see the space opening up with between back line for Fountain City Athletic. The chances are going to start coming from Athletic Wichita if they continue to do what they've been doing these last 5 minutes. Fountain City Athletic is really struggling right now in getting the ball controlled out of their back. One of the things that they're usually pretty well in doing. Nico Rivera. Another ball just sent up. It's turning into a bit of a stalemate here in the 27th minute. Both teams looking to show a little bit of that early season fatigue. Caleb Fannin now in the middle. Gets it to Cody Bland. One time outside to Albert Kimme. Caleb Fannin now. Pass one challenge. Into the box. And almost an own goal. Alessandro Rubio was running into the box and was going to be at the end of that one, but a great challenge there by number 27 of Athletic Wichita, putting his body on the line to send that out for a corner kick. Very crucial interception there. Alessandro Rubio just was about to tap the ball into the back of the net right there. Looks like Nico Rivera and Caleb Finnan have some miscommunication, and they believe that ball should have been theirs. Chase Ferguson there to clean it up. Big switch from Athletic Wichita. Looking to set some things up here now in possession. Bad touch there by number 7. Stolen by Fountain City Athletics, number 7. Albert Kimme now. Good tackle there to recover from number 17, trailing back. Albert Kimme very dangerous on that wing as of early. Rubio looks to flick into Kimme. Bodied off the ball. High kick. Oh, miscommunication right there from Fountain City Athletic. Albert Kimme, handball, no call. And it's out for a corner kick. Looks like Caleb Finnan on this one. Whips the ball into the back post. Headed on by Cody Bland, but goes wide. Headed now into the 13th minute. Fountain City Athletic with 13 shots and only 1 goal to show for. Very good defense from them as they haven't allowed much on the other end. Alessandro Rubio looking to keep it in and unable to do so. I believe if he just would have taken that body-to-body contact and fallen, that he could have gotten the call. Tries his best to stay on his feet and get it in, but to no avail. Ball sent up to the right back for Athletic Wichita. Lets it bounce, and again, that wet turf paying an impact on this game. Nico Rivera waiting for that one. A good recovery for number 3 to steal it back. And John Osonga with a bad foul call right there. Unnecessary from him. Player lost the ball, and he bails him out right there. But Athletic Wichita with another free kick in a dangerous position. These are the moments that you have to take if you're Athletic Wichita to get back in this game. It's only a 1-point game. Your goalkeeper has been doing a very good job of keeping it at a 1-score game. Now is your chance and your opportunity to tie things up and take all the momentum that Fountain City Athletic has been building up these first 30 minutes. All it takes is one moment like this. That 6'4" striker in there, definitely a danger man. Very physical in the box right now. 2-man wall of Caleb Finnan and Albert Kimme. Ball goes in. And Harrison Enos is there to collect. 2 bodies down for Athletic Wichita, but it looks like they took each other out. Enos punting up to Caleb Finnan. Beautiful touch there. And Kelvin up to Albert Kimme. Can he keep this in? He does just that. Albert Kimme on the left wing now, looking for Cody Bland. And no call there. Cody Bland does well to get the touch, but Athletic Wichita stronger in the challenge. Chase Ferguson with a beautiful sliding tackle to stop that through ball. Athletic Wichita has been looking very dangerous on these counterattacks. And another great tackle there by Jared Glover. Oh, and there's a little bit of scuffle going on. I don't understand why. Both of the tackles that Jared Glover has put in this afternoon have been all ball, beautiful tackles. You know, you never like to see any pushing and shoving going on. Jared Glover's obviously not doing it in malicious intent. I understand the frustration, though. You see 2 of your friends go down from the same guy from a similar challenge. It's definitely going to bring up some energy, but you got to control yourself. You don't want to give yourself a stupid booking because you're out here, fighting back for a teammate that doesn't really need it. Ball thrown into 22 for Athletic Wichita, and Ricky Lapata strong in the air to win that. No, two players for Athletic Wichita again down. Alessandro Rubio looking for the nutmeg, but does well to win it back. And now the center back's looking to reset with Harrison Enos. Harrison Enos with the dangerous ball over to Ricky Lapata, but Jared Glover does well. He's over in the overlap now with Kelvin. Right side overload, trying to be fancy to no avail. Another bad touch there by Athletic Wichita. It just looks like they don't have their feet under them. That 3-hour drive definitely paying dividends. Chase Ferguson looking for the switch. Dangerous ball, but goes out of bounds. Good try there by Caleb Finnan and Ricky Lapata. Ricky's pass just not strong enough. Good interception in the midfield there. Another great sliding tackle by Jared Glover. Kelvin Osai with a good spin move. Ricky Lapata now on the ball. 10 minutes left minus added time here in this first half. Alessandro Rubio looking for Cody Bland. Good defense there by Athletic Wichita to get it back to their goalkeeper. Like I said, these missed opportunities from Fountain City Athletic is going to cause frustration. Here's a 3-on-2 shot taken, and it goes wide for a goal kick. First shot of the game for Athletic Wichita. Harrison Enos with the goal kick. Good kick over the head of 17. Cody Bland was not ready for that one. I believe he thought 17 was going to get ahead to that, but very, very good kick there. And down is another player for Athletic Wichita. Like I said, Wichita is a 3.5-hour drive from here in Kansas City. Definitely not easy to get off the bus after a full day of rain, full bus ride of rain, to just get off the bus and play. They have 30 minutes, 45 minutes of warm-up, and then after that, it's go time. And, for Fountain City Athletic, most of these guys are 10 to 15 minutes away. And it's obviously going to play a big impact for most away games here as Alessandro Rubio driving through the middle. Gets it to Cody Bland. Cody Bland not able to control it. Does well to win the ball back, though. And wins a Fountain City Athletic corner. But yes, as I was saying, it's not easy for any away team, especially with the weather that they had to travel in today. Kelvin Osai with the wild attempt. And the ball is over the school. Luckily, St. Pius has put in a beautiful turf practice field behind there, and it'll be easy to get back. But I remember back before all this new construction was done at St. Pius, as Nico Rivera wins the ball, sends it to the middle, and it's cut out. Good touch there by number 7, and number 22 is off to the races. 2v2. Ricky Lapata does well to recover, and a good ball, but like I said, Ricky Lapata recovery right there is what made that. Headed now to the 37th minute. Good defense there. Ricky Lapata can't spin out of it. 22 now with the ball. Finds it in the middle, and Chase Ferguson does well to clear it up. Cody Bland now with it. Looks for Jared Glover to go up the sideline, and he trips over his own 2 feet. Ball in the back now with Athletic Wichita. Dangerous ball back, and Caleb Fannin unlucky there as he runs into the goalkeeper, and that's Cody Bland. My apologies. Definitely no intent over that. You know, you play a hospital ball back to the goalkeeper like that, and things like that happen. And Cody Bland with a booking. I'm not so sure I agree with that one. You're telling him not to go for the ball in that instance, and you know, I understand goalies are protected, but when you're playing a soft pass backwards like that, you know, you kind of put your goalkeeper in jeopardy in those positions. I'm not sure I agree with that one. Throwing now, Fountain City Athletic. Fannin with the ball. Kimme now back to Fannin. Fannin looking to get a ball into the box. Dealt with well. Chase Ferguson now puts it back into the mixer, and Kimme looking to reset. Heading into the 40th minute, Fountain City Athletic still leads 1-0. Goal scored by Jared Glover early in the 9th minute, I believe it was. And another foul called on Calvin Osai. The frustration is definitely starting to build for Fountain City Athletic. They don't believe the calls are going their way, and they cannot find the back of the net. 14 shots, just 1 goal. You know, how many more opportunities can you get before you start to not believe in your abilities anymore? Good ball to the feet of a player for Athletic Wichita. Good ball to the back post. Number 3 gets his shot off. And like I said, that's all it's going to take from Athletic Wichita is using those set pieces to gain the momentum back. Fountain City Athletic is playing physical and a little too physical for the ref's liking. They have to adjust. You know, you can't hope the ref adjusts to you. You always adjust to what the ref is calling. So, you know, if Fountain City is not willing to adjust, then it's going to be like that for long. And Nico Rivera up the sideline. Beautiful ball by Kelvin Osai. Numbers with Athletic Wichita defensively, but a good ball into nobody. That's been the final product right now for Fountain City Athletic, has been letting them down. Whether it's the shot, putting it right at the goalkeeper or off target, or just not being able to get that final pass to where you need it to be. Looks like Kelvin Osai, or Albert Kimme, my apologies, and Nico Rivera have made the permanent switch with left back and left winger. Remember, Rivera started as a left back and now has made his way up to left wing. Ball out for an Athletic throw-in off Rivera. Captain Albert Kimme moving back to left back. Rivera does well to keep the ball into Caleb Fannin. Goes down in the box. No call by the referee. Good defense there. Ball whipped in by Kimme. Cleared away. Only as far as Kelvin. Osai doing well. Great tackle there by Athletic Wichita, and they're through. And John Conde Asanga, big body right there as he steps through that. And a ball going. It looks like a foul called on Athletic Wichita. I'm not really sure. I missed that one. I'm also not sure what Conde Asanga is arguing with the player that he ran into. He won the ball fair and square. Alessandro Rubio to take this free kick. Whipped into the back post. Cody Bland. Miscommunication again. The lack of communication and the lack of, chemistry is showing for both sides here today. Caleb Fannin with a wild attempt. Caught the goalie off his toes, but just wide. Ticking down now into the final 2 minutes of regular time. Ball one from Nico Rivera off the goal kick. Caleb Fannin behind Cody Bland right there on that one. And Athletic Wichita has been sound defensively, but another turnover back there from 23. Remember, that's how they were allowed the first goal. Was just a missed touch from a defender and an Fountain City Athletic player being in the right spot at the right time. If you're Jeff Ferguson, are you putting more pressure on those center backs come second half? Good tackle there by Kelvin, and it's all a bad pass by Caleb. They had numbers. It was 4v2 if they got that pass off for Fountain City Athletic. Headed into the 45th minute. Cody Bland with the steal. Trying to fight through the contact. No call again. And they give it to Athletic Wichita, it looks like. Remember, Cody Bland has to be careful, already on a yellow card. Jared Glover, nice step through. Cody Bland picks it up in the middle, unable to do much. His frustration is really settling in. You could see it on him. Missed touch by Fannin. Cleared away by Wichita. Calmly collected by Osai in the middle. Gets it back to Ferguson. And we are here into extra time. Not sure how much it will be added on. See if anything can happen here in the last few minutes. Jared Glover. Pass deflected. Will the goalie keep that in? He does. Cleared away by John. Multiple options behind him. He could have slowed things down. 2 balls on the field currently. They were the ones that kicked it on the field. I don't think they realized that, like I said, Pius is very narrow on the sideline. He probably just kicked it off the wall a little too hard. Caleb Fannin now, looking to turn in the middle. Good touch there to break through 2 defenders. Great ball over to Nico Rivera. Let's see who picks it up. Rivera doesn't, as a 23 comes through and puts in a great sliding challenge. We're here into the 2nd minute of extra time now. Kimmy back to Osai. Osai to whip a ball in. Dangerous ball to Cody Bland, and the keeper takes care of that one comfortably. Here now into the 47th minute. Rubio picks it up in the middle, and Athletic Wichita is struggling to get it out of their own half. Still Rubio. Still Rubio. And finally cut out. Almost breaks through 3 defenders. Now does Athletic Wichita have time for one more attack? It's a 2v2. And again, just the run going the opposite way. Looks like we have about 3 minutes of added time from the referee here. Caleb Fannin does well to keep it with him. Cody Bland now on the ball. Gets it over to Rivera. Rivera to Bland. Bland, right foot shot blocked. Going to be out for a Fountain City Athletic throw-in. Will this be their last opportunity of the first half? Glover to throw. To Bland. Back out to Glover. Glover looking in the middle for Rubio, but well cut out. Chase Ferguson stepping up from his defensive position to take a hit. And that one goes wide as well. Shot number 19 from Fountain City Athletic in this first half. Thank you everyone again for tuning in as Caleb Fannin ball again. This turf is carrying every single pass. This turf is nice and wet. It rained all day here in Kansas City. Good touch there by Athletic Wichita. But again, the second pass is their problem. They always have that first pass great. Second pass is always iffy, and that if they get that second pass off, 9 times out of 10, they had a decent attack. It's just that struggle of getting that second pass off that, they haven't been able to get much going. Oside to take a shot. And a good save again by the keeper, catching practice with that one. And that will do it here for the first half. Fountain City Athletic 1, Athletic Wichita 0. We'll be right back with second half coverage after the break. We'll be back on just to talk a little bit here about the first half in about 15 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here for the second half. Go ahead. Yeah. Oh, and then it's supposed to be counting up. Boom. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for that, but we are back here for the second half. Fountain City Athletic 1, Athletic Wichita 0. Super excited to get this second half underway. Appreciate you guys again for tuning in. And we are underway for this second half. Immediately Fountain City Athletic looking to go in, and Caleb Fanning gets to the ball first, and that's going to be a booking for Athletic Wichita. 12 seconds into this second half. Alessandro Rubio on the free kick, standing over it with Caleb Fanning. As Fountain City Athletic, Alessandro Rubio is one of those guys who is dangerous every time that you take a free kick. Very first time that we saw Alessandro Rubio pull up at practice, scored a free kick, 30 yards out. Basically solidified his spot in our team. Whipped in. Back post. Oh, Cody Bland gets it across to Kelvin Osai, but goes wide. Unable to get a solid touch on that was Osai. Kimmy does well there to cut it out. And over to Osongo. Osongo up to Glover. Glover looks for Lapata. Lapata was not making that run, but Glover does well to get back into space. Going down the sideline. Glover into the box. Back post save by the keeper. Another amazing save. This goalkeeper is definitely putting in a performance tonight. His 11th save of this one. Alessandro Rubio on the corner kick to whip it in. Goalkeeper punches away as far as Glover. One-time shot by Glover goes high. Lapata cuts it out. Glover, first time ball. Cody Bland looking to get on the end of it. Hits it. Cody Bland! Goal! Fountain City Athletic. And it is no goal. They called it handball before. I did not hear the whistle from up here. Handball from Cody Bland. Athletic Wichita breathes again. Ball sent up to the target man, 22. Well done there by Chase Ferguson, but Nico Rivera also follows. Well done there by Rivera to cut it back out. And Osai looking to start the break. Glover not on the same page. And Athletic Wichita looking to break now on this left side. Good triangle passing there. Breaks out of the press. Well done. Ball sent over. Albert Kime's there. 1-2 now with Rivera for Kime not going. All the way back to Enos as we reset. Osongo. Rubio, good back. Osai now looking for the switch. Gets it over to Rivera, handball. Ball whipped in from Athletic Wichita again, looking for the head of 22. Gets there again, but no one running off of it with him. Harry Enos comes to the top of his box to collect. You know, that's very dangerous. Every time that guy gets his head on the ball, it gets into dangerous spots. Athletic Wichita has just been slow to react. Alessandro Rubio strong through the middle. Challenge from behind on 17, and he's been very confused about that call, but, you know, Alessandro Rubio was able to get the pass away right before he came in. Free kick here for Fountain City Athletic. Kelvin Osai to whip it in. John Osonga coming up from the center back spot to get on the end of this one. Cody Bland, another tall option in the box. Ball whipped in. Kelvin Osai right at the keeper. Easy catch for him. Ball sent up to Osongo, done well. And Athletic Wichita ushers it out for a throw-in. Osongo does well to get it over to Ferguson with 22 on his back. Up to Kime. Tries to hit the one-time pass. Nothing doing. Jared Glover does well now to dribble through. Unlucky, but he gets the advantage called back. Tries to play it quick, but not able to. Cody Bland on the left wing now. Cut onto his right foot. Shot. And goes wide. You know, another Fountain City shot. That's number 25 on the night. Ball sent up. Chase Ferguson again. Chase Ferguson and John Osongo's header are going to be hurting tonight. Caleb Fannin does well to backheel, and a handball appeal from Fountain City Athletic. No call. And Athletic Wichita is going to get themselves a free kick. Fountain City Athletic livid after that no call on the handball. Ball whipped up to Harrison Enos, collected well, and Fountain City is going to look to get out to the breaks on the left side with Albert Kime. Nico Rivera overlapping, and Kime looks to slow it down and get the switch on Osongo now. Rubio, now Osei, over to Kime, and back to Ferguson. Fountain City really looking to slow the game now, it looks like, as we enter the 54th minute. Switch not long enough, but as long enough for a throw-in for Fountain City Athletic. Ricky Lapata comes up looking to throw his long throw. Ricky Potter known for that. Good long throw over the top. Cody Bland looking to get on the end of that one. Both people fighting for the ball. Athletic Wichita wins that battle as they usher it out for another goal kick. .11 on the ball. Now captain for Athletic Wichita, number 13. Turns it over. Caleb Fannin, one-time chip over to Cody Bland. Now Alessandro Rubio cut out by 27. Another Fountain City Athletic throw-in. You know, other than those two opportunities that Athletic Wichita had at the beginning of this half. It's been pretty much all Fountain City Athletic. 1-2 there to Alessandro Rubio. Whipped in and Cody Bland. There we go. Makes it 2-0. With the cartwheel, backflip fail. But Cody Bland makes it 2-0 for Fountain City Athletic. Yeah. The cartwheel and backflip seals it. 2-0 Fountain City Athletic. Cody Bland now with a goal and also a yellow card. '55th minute now. Fountain City Athletic with their lead now at 2-0. Let's see how Athletic Wichita reacts. Next 5 minutes are super important for them as we enter the 56th minute. You know, it's these next 5 minutes really prove whether they're, they got what it takes to come back, or if these next 5 minutes, if Fountain City Athletic can pull another one, then, we could be very close to ending this game. Another header won by number 22, but again, no one on the end of it. Ricky Lopata or Chase Ferguson goes down. Nico Rivera with great recovery run. But Chase Ferguson is down injured right now. Looks like a non-contact injury too. Very scary. This is a very important moment in the match too right here. Both teams basically getting a timeout out of this as Ferguson's back up to his feet now. His dad over there to help him off the field. But again, good to see him back on his feet. Substitution forced to be made now for Fountain City Athletic. It looks like number 16, Stevie Hodes, the third to come on now for number 4, Chase Ferguson. Stevie Hodes on to make his debut. Unfortunate that he has to make it in the circumstances. But, he's going to be excited standing next to John Osonga now at center back. It'll be interesting to see if Athletic Wichita takes advantage of this. It doesn't look like Stevie got much of a warm-up under him, coming straight off the bench and asked to take down these last 30 minutes as your left center back. A position, too, that Stevie himself isn't primary in, but willing to take one for the team and play a position that, he's not used to as much. Athletic Wichita now got numbers on the right side. Nico Rivera and Albert Kimme doing very well to clean up the mess, but ball sent back to the middle. Shot number 13, Nico Rivera is there. Still there with Athletic Wichita there on the wing. Albert Kimme down on the ground now. Harrison Enos collects, but that looks like it's going to be out for a throw-in or a corner kick. Albert Kim is still down. Albert Kimmey back to his feet now. Good sign. But here's where it becomes interesting. 6'4" and a new center back into the game. Ball whipped in, and it goes over everybody. Definitely not the type of opportunities that you want to take if you're Athletic Wichita. Those are the moments, set pieces especially, that you're going to get back into this game. Jared Glover does well to not let that ball go down the line, but it's going to be another Athletic Wichita throw-in. Thrown short. And Jared Glover does well again. Jared Glover has done a very excellent job defending from the front today. Cutting out balls, both sliding in on his feet, done very well, and has himself a goal tonight. Jared Glover here with the ball now, using his speed to get to the byline, puts it across, and another great save there by the goalkeeper. It's going to go out for a corner kick. Yes, sir. And again, huge shout outs to our sponsors today as Caleb Fannin or Alessandro Rubio looks to take this kick, whipped in the box, past everybody out to Albert Kimmey now. Albert looking to shoot, whips it back over to Rubio. 1v1 now, Rubio not able to make his man miss. Well defended there by Athletic Wichita. Athletic Wichita passing the ball nicely right now. But Caleb Fannin in the right place at the right time. Gets it into Cody Bland. Cody Bland, left-footed shot, saved by the keeper. 15 total saves tonight for this goalkeeper from Athletic Wichita. But again, thank you to our sponsors, Chandler with Charger GoGo KC. Hooking it up right now with a charging pack for us, allowing our stream to go the full 90. Heading into the 63rd minute, only one sub used so far from Fountain City Athletic. Cody Bland now with the pressure on defense. Goalkeeper there to clear it. Only out for a Fountain City Athletic throw-in. Ricky Lapata now looking to throw it. Cody Bland now looking to flick on to Rubio, not going for him. It'll be interesting to see which of these two teams makes the next change. You know, Athletic Wichita looking to get back into things with that ball over the top. Albert Kimmey defends that perfectly, but a beautiful ball there right now from Athletic Wichita, just inches away from breaking through the line. Another man goes down for Athletic Wichita now. Looks like cramps. And Athletic Wichita is going to make their first sub of the match. Shout out to everyone watching at home. Everyone in the comment section. Shout out to Sonny watching at home. And again, thank you to everyone that came out and you know, are here today in public, in person watching this. We have about 70 people in the stands today. You know, Kansas City opened the clouds up for us and it became beautiful outside. Still looking to make the substitution with the fourth official, and here it is. Number 13 is coming off for Athletic Wichita. And into the game, number 5. Stevie Hode's now on the ball. Gets it up the line to Albert Kimmich. Good touches there. Gets it to Caleb Finn and now out to Nico Rivero. And that's a foul there. Lucky not to go into the book. And it's a free kick for Fountain City Athletic in a dangerous area as we enter the 66th minute. Alessandro Rubio whips it into the back post. Cody Bland back across. Nico Rivero in the box, not able to do much. Lapata on it now, shielding this man off. Hands all over him, and he wins himself an attacking free kick in another dangerous area for Fountain City Athletic. Alessandro Rubio stands over this one again. Osongo stands on the back post along with Cody Bland. Alessandro Rubio looking for the near post, not doing. Goal kick for Athletic Wichita. 67th minute here at St. Pius X High School. 2-0 Fountain City Athletic. UPSL match day 1. Ball goes short from the keeper. Nico Rivero to throw it in. Looks for Cody Bland, but nothing doing right there. Off of an Athletic Wichita man, though. Cody Bland looks to go quick. Back to Rivera. Bland again. Gets the first touch, and Athletic Wichita ushers it out of bounds. Throw in again for Fountain City Athletic. Dangerous position this time. Let's see if Rivera looks to go long. He does. First man there for Athletic Wichita clears it away, but Fannin back out to Rivera. Rivera. Rubio gets the touch into Bland, nothing doing. Osei, 25 yards away. Straight into the keeper's hands. Athletic Wichita does well to find their forward, center forward, and shoulder-to-shoulder contact there, but Athletic Wichita player does well to turn his back to Rivera to force the shoulder to the back and draw the foul. Big shout out to our sponsor, Taco Rico, voted best tacos in Kansas City for 2025 as that foul on top of the box puts Athletic Wichita free kick in a dangerous position. Now coming on, looks like number 11, Chris Fannin, going to replace 19, Alessandro Rubio. Second substitution of the game for Fountain City Athletic. Good tactical substitution there. Get fresh legs into your midfield. Alessandro Rubio with a great shift put in today. Looks like a four-man wall for Fountain City Athletic. John Osonga, Stevie Hodes, Kelvin Osai, and now Osonga drops out. Chris Fannin joins the wall. The Fannin brothers on the field together for the first time. Number 7 for Athletic Wichita stands over this. Looks to hit. Under the wall and straight to the keeper. Well done by Harrison Enos to keep his eyes on that. Looking to slow things down. Harrison Enos goes out to Ricky Lapata, his teammate at Avila this past season. Lapata, good ball to Cody Bland. Bland to Chris Fannin. Chris looks over the top for his brother. And a good turn there by 25. Chris Fannin collects again in the midfield. Looks for Kelvin Osai, but a little bit of a weak pass. Does well to win it back. Jared Glover finds Bland. Bland to Osai. Osai with the switch to Kime. Albert Kime now. Back to Rivera. And Fountain City look to possess. Stevie Hodes finds Caleb Fannin. Caleb to Cody Bland with the 1-2, but not there. Just a soft pass from Cody Bland. Some contact in the middle as Osai goes down, but no foul. And Albert Kime does well there to win the foul. "30 shots on the night tonight for Fountain City Athletic. 2 goals. But you have to give credit where credit's due. Athletic Wichita's goalkeeper has had an outstanding night. 16 saves for the young man there in between the sticks. Does well to collect that one as well. The fatigue is starting to set in for both teams. You can see, especially in Athletic Wichita, less players making those runs forward. And for Fountain City Athletic, it's less players making those runs back as they're sitting comfortable in the opponent's half right now. Cody Bland's going to step over this one, and that puts another free kick and a dangerous opportunity. Just 25, 26 yards away from net, Cody Bland steps over this one. Whips it in. And my apologies, that was Caleb Fannin on the free kick. Cody Bland was the one whose head it went off of. Cody Bland now on the byline, whips it across. Jared Glover, another great save. And another great tackle by Jared Glover as well to usher it out for Athletic Wichita throw-in. But my Lord, what another great save by this goalkeeper. Throwing down in the corner now. Gets it into 22, but Chris Fannin's there to get it to his brother. Nice back heel by Caleb Fannin to Cody Bland. Back to Caleb Fannin on top of the box and put wide. Fountain City Athletic is really enjoying themselves here right now. Athletic Wichita's got to make a change here soon. These last 10, 15 minutes are going to be super important for them to get things going up forward if they want to get back into this one. No call there as Kime goes down. You know, the ref has been letting this one go on both sides, letting this become physical, but at the same time doing a good job of keeping control of the game. Foul right there as Chris Fannin just leaves his foot sticking out. Stevie Hodes does well to head that one out of the air. Jared Glover looking for Chris Fannin, but header goes wayward. Hands all over Jared Glover's jersey as he gets the back heel off. And she does not allow the advantage to go, but Kelvin Osai plays it quickly. Caleb Fannin now driving out wide to Jared Glover. Jared Glover puts a hard ball across, and Cody Bland can't keep it down. '75th minute now. Athletic Wichita is running out of time.
There's another one. So. No. I have like an actual. Oh. I don't think I did. Okay.
Cody Bland wins that one in the air, but 25 does a good job of shielding him off the ball. 6 now on it for Athletic Wichita. Caleb Fannin driving him into the corner. Not where you want to be defensively. And that's going to be out for Fountain City Athletic throw-in. Remember, next game day, Fountain City Athletic heads to Dodge City, Kansas as we take on the Toros. Saturday, April 18th for a 4 p.m. kickoff. Our next home game is April 26th as we take on Chivas, Kansas. Oh, and it looks like as well Scott Jarvis has made his way into the game for Jared Glover. Jared Glover ends his night with a game-winning goal as it stands now. Good touch by Cody Bland, unable to get the second ball though. The Fannin brothers do well to win that back from number 5 in the midfield. Ball over to Lapata. Good tackle there by Athletic Wichita. Stevie Hodes having to deal with that one. Dangerous gets his foot up there and clears it out. Kelvin Osai with the second ball. Good header there by Ricky Lapata. And now here comes Fountain City Athletics. Scott Jarvis on the right side. Whips in a ball, back post. Takes a deflection, made it awkward for the keeper. Cleared back towards the middle. And that's going to go out for an Athletic Wichita throw-in. My apologies. It is a Fountain City Athletic throw-in. 13 minutes left minus stoppage time for Fountain City Athletic to hold on here tonight. Osai. Still Osai. Missed touch, though, as he turns it over in the midfield. Enos. Over to John. John now with Hodes. Hodes, good touch to get him into space, but a poor pass. And it leaves him out 2v1. 7 is unable to get it to 22, and that gives time for Fountain City Athletic to recover. Just a shot, but, you know, those are the opportunities for Athletic Wichita where you just got to go. You can't wait. You have the 2v1. All it is one pass, and you're through on goal. Osai in the middle. Gets it over to Lapata nicely. Lapata with a great first touch into space. Jarvis with the inverted run. In behind Cody Bland as Lapata 3v1 now. Chris Fannin! Oh, again, what a save! But a great build-up there by Fountain City Athletic. Cody Bland shuts it down to Chris Fannin, who had that one-time volley. And now we have 2 more Fountain City Athletic subs coming in. Chris Fannin is going to make way for Gibson Henke. And Nico Rivero makes way for Daniel Varela. That is my apologies. Caleb Fannin is the one making way for Daniel Varela. And it is Gibson Henke making way or coming in for Nico Rivera. Hose, another turnover in the back. But Varela does well to win it. Osai. Over to Jarvis, unable to collect. Bland does well to keep it in there on the corner. Just outside the box, no foul, surprisingly. And Athletic Wichita looking to go. It hits the ref. It's going to be a drop ball in the middle. Athletic Wichita going down the sideline. Good ball. Let's see if he can keep it in. Stevie Hodes there to knock it out. Took a bit of some contact from the back end. No call there. I believe Fountain City has the ability to make one more change tonight. Or 2 more changes. As so far it's been Stevie Hodes for Chase Ferguson. Gibson Henke coming on for Caleb Fannin. Daniel Varela coming on for Nico Rivera. Chris Fannin coming on for Alessandro Rubio. 8 minutes left to go in the game tonight. Varela does well, but Jarvis unable to see it. Oh, and that is another one. Jarvis came on for Glover. And I will have to say, Stevie Hodes has definitely been holding his own since coming in and having to deal with number 22, who is in on the run now, takes a shot, and it goes over the bar. Best opportunity from Athletic Wichita tonight. Chris Fannin now on the ball, unable to control properly. But does well to force the ball straight into a shot. Harrison Enos collects. Looking to secure his first clean sheet as a UPSL player. 7 minutes left to do so, and Scott Jarvis and Caleb Fannin or Cody Bland are on the wrong page right there. Thank you again to all of our sponsors who have made this happen this year. Shout out to Taco Rico, Verts, Powerhouse Nutrition, Charger Go-Go, Compies. As Kimme has it now on the wing. Looking to go back to Henke, and he gets it over to Osei. Osei with Bland now. Bland with some good footwork. Gets it back to Osei. Osei gonna hit it with his left foot, and it goes just wide. Another Athletic Wichita player is down, and it is cramps. The fatigue is setting in real now. And he's back to his feet. We are ticking down now to the 85th minute. 5 minutes left to go in regular time here. It'll be interesting to see how much added time the ref tick on. See if Daniel Varela can get there first, and he does, past 2 sliding challenges. Came in now. All ball there on the challenge. And now Songa having to make a step there. Fountain City Athletic is looking to just hold on. As another injured Athletic Wichita player goes down. Here's Finn, and now in the middle. Over to Lapata. Back to Osongo. You know, in a league that goal differential matters, Fountain City Athletic is going to be leaving this one a little disappointed to not have made it more. A little sloppy in the final third today, but a lot of missed chances that you almost expect them to put away. 18 saves tonight for Athletic Wichita's goalkeeper. He's just had himself an outstanding night. One of the bright spots for Athletic Wichita going home back to Wichita tonight. A good ball there by Scott Jarvis, and Cody Bland is just trying to slow it down. Hankey over to Finn, and he's taken down from behind. Scott Jarvis's shot is blocked, and it's out for a corner kick. Fountain City Athletic going to take their time with this one. Scott Jarvis whips it in. Back post. Cody Bland off the chest and cleared away, but only as far as John Osonga unable to control. Ricky Lapata gets it back to Kelvin Osai in the middle. Osai going to hit again and over. Athletic Wichita playing with it in the back right now. Good press set up by Fountain City Athletic as they again win the ball within 30 yards of Athletic Wichita's goal. Stevie Hodes does well to get it to Kelvin Osai, and he's showing off a little bit right now. Big switch to Scott Jarvis. Headed over to Chris Fannin. Chris Fannin with some good footwork, but even better defending by 11 right there. Scott Jarvis bails him out right there with the sliding challenge. Just a little game recap for you. Jared Glover opened up scoring for Fountain City Athletic today, and Cody Bland made it 2 here in the second half. Only one booking it looked like from either side tonight as Hankey fouls 25 on the back. We tick down now into what is going to be the final moments of the game. Extra time to come now for us. Some conversation going on between the ref and the two number 22s here. That ball doesn't clear the first man, and Osai does well to clear, but right back out to 25. Ball played down the line. Kelvin Osai there racing to clear it away. We are now into the 90th minute. Extra time is all we have left in this 2-0 ball game right now. As Kime heads it away. Flicked back up into a dangerous area. Asongo's touch just leaves it at the top of the box. Shot goes out for a goal kick, and Harry Enos is going to take his time now here. Out to Kime. He's going to hold on to this one. Gets it up to Henke, who uses his backside to get it over to Varela. Varela's ball to Bland goes nowhere. And Athletic Wichita looking to play it quick, but Daniel Varela steps. Athletic Wichita still with the ball, and a foul right there, unnecessarily holding up Kelvin Osai. Interesting decision there from Athletic Wichita to delay the restart. Songa now to Lapata. Lapata to Bland. Bland now tries to touch around, and he gets called for the foul there. Goalkeeper to restart. Sends it long to 22 again. Their tactic all ball game, and John Osonga again wins that one. Kelvin with some sweet footwork to get that ball to Chris Fannin, and now the ball's over the top to Cody Bland. Can he get there? Touched by Cody. Very well done there by the goalkeeper. And Athletic Wichita can control the simple pass across. We're now into the 92nd minute. Fountain City looking to kill this game and secure their first win in UPSL history. And there we have it. Your final score. Fountain City Athletic 2. Athletic Wichita 0. I would like to thank everyone for tuning in tonight, and thank you to our partners. Charger Go-Go, Cumpies, Speak Easy, Powerhouse Nutrition, Taco Rico, Verts, and Core Sports Network. Thank you guys again for tuning in.